Every time I talk about Supabase, someone asks me the same question. This looks really good for prototypes and MVPs, but can this platform actually handle millions of users at scale? Because let's be honest, sometimes Supabase feels a little too easy, right? You get authentication, a Postgres database, real-time functionality, storage, and edge functions all built into one platform, which is pretty crazy, right? So the real question becomes, is this actually a production grade backend as a service, or is it just a really good prototyping tool? So in today's video, we are gonna dive into real production apps that are using Supabase, Supabase's infrastructure benchmarks, the architecture behind the platform, and real developer experiences running it at scale to answer the ultimate question of, can Supabase actually support millions of users, or will it all just fall apart? But the answer might not be what you think. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first off, we need to understand one really important factor, and that's that Supabase is not its own database. It's Postgres, and that matters quite a bit here because Postgres already powers massive companies with Postgres infrastructure. Companies like Instagram, Reddit, Shopify, and Discord all rely heavily on a Postgres infrastructure for large portions of their backend functionality. So when people ask, can Supabase scale? What you're really asking is, can a well-structured, well-architected Postgres system scale? And the answer to that is yes, but only if the architecture is correct. So Supabase provides dedicated Postgres instances, read replicas, connection pooling, row-level security, backups, and scaling tiers, which means the foundation itself is very capable of scaling. So does that mean that any Supabase app that you put together can scale to 1 million users? Absolutely not. You have to make sure you build it the right way. And we'll do a deeper dive on that a little later in the video. But the next point is that there are already apps in production with millions of users using Supabase as their backend system. One of those apps is called Pebblely. So here we can see that Supabase has this article about scaling securely with 1 million users gained in 7 months with Supabase Auth. And in this article, they go over how Pebblely, which is an AI image generation company, used Supabase Auth to handle single sign-on for their rapidly growing user base. So you guys can dive into this article a little bit if you want. The link for that is in the description. We also have another app called Udio. So Udio built a scalable AI-driven music platform on Supabase backend from day one. So this is just another example of a company that uses Supabase as their backend system that has scaled to millions of users. So we can see here that Supabase can scale, but how you scale and how you build that system is the key component in determining whether your app can actually hold up at scale with an extremely large user base and heavy amounts of load. Next up, we need to talk about Supabase's infrastructure benchmarks, which are pretty serious, and they post on their engineering blog about this. So we can see here that they posted this article about scaling Postgres to 1 million connections. So they developed this component called Supervisor, which is a scalable cloud-native Postgres connection pooler. So it's been developed with multi-tenancy in mind, where you can handle millions of connections without significant overhead. And we can see a diagram here of what that looks like. So when you have a multi-tenant platform, that means you have multiple users, or let's say companies, using your app, and they're all sharing the same database, multi-tenant. So this diagram gives you a breakdown of how their connection pooler handles that multi-tenant structure and ultimately can handle millions of concurrent connections going on at the same time. And we can see some of the built-in supporting features for this supervisor system with things like query caching, automatic read replica load balancing, query blocking, and much more. So you guys can do a deeper dive into this article. Once again, the link for that is in the description. But my next point is coming back around to this concept of how you architect your system. So the real bottleneck isn't Supabase, it is in fact your architecture, and this is the part nobody likes hearing about. So most scaling features are developer mistakes. They're not platform limitations, right? So if someone builds an app that's structured like this, your mobile app has a bunch of direct database queries and massive unindexed tables, yeah, that's going to collapse. You're not going to be able to handle millions of users at scale. So let's talk about some common scaling problems. One is a lack of an indexing system. Slow queries kill databases. Another is too many direct connections. So serverless functions opening unlimited connections can destroy a Postgres system. Connection pooling fixes this with something like Supervisor. Another is poor schema design. So if you have hot tables, bad joins, unbounded growth, these are classic database problems. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to run into these issues. Another is doing heavy work on the client. So apps that try to push complex logic to the front end instead of server logic start causing scaling issues. And I actually made a video on this on the channel that you guys can check out. So this is why Supabase encourages things like edge functions, database triggers, and server-side logic. So we can see that it's very important that you know how to architect your system the right way. And that involves having a deep understanding of how back-end systems are structured to handle scale. And you can find all that information out simply by using ChatGPT. You just got to know what to do so your system doesn't break. So to give a final answer to the question, can Supabase handle millions of users at scale? The answer is yes. There is real production evidence, infrastructure benchmarks, and a proven database foundation with Postgres. So that shows that Supabase can scale very far. You, as the developer or your team, just has to know how to architect the system so that it doesn't fall apart. You need to build a scalable system so that you can take advantage of all of the things that Supabase offers so that your system can actually scale to that level and doesn't crack under the pressure. And this video is brought to you in partnership with Supabase. And if you guys want to check out Supabase, you can click my sign up link in the description. That really helps me out if you want to sign up with Supabase and get started with building. And if you guys want some free tutorials, we have plenty of those on the YouTube channel. We have 2 full app builds. One is a social media clone. The other is a marketplace app. So you can head to the YouTube channel, find our Supabase playlist. I'll link it in the description as well if you want to get started building iOS apps with Supabase. And as always, guys, also make sure you check us out at appstuff.io. We have professional iOS developer courses to help you out wherever you are in your journey. If you're prepping for interviews, you're just trying to learn the fundamentals, or if you want to dive into more advanced builds with our Pro Plus series that covers a lot of this advanced back-end architecture and front-end architecture as well. And if you guys want to become a member with us, you can get access to our full library of courses and app templates for just that monthly, yearly, or lifetime cost. All of the memberships include unlimited access to all of our content. So make sure you check us out at appstuff.io. Like and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more content like this. Stefan here saying peace out.